قال الله لا Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth, also in sincerity. Shalom. Alright, so I know this article is a bit lengthy, but you know what I mean, is it this after I think I should read the whole thing, you know. So we will dive straight into it. Then we go get some precepts. You know what I mean? The usual run of the mill. You know what I mean? Set up and jot down any precepts. So you know what I mean? This one will be more impromptu. You know what I mean? See where the spirit leads. Right? It says study mRNA jabs linked to rapid genetic changes that cause cancer and VAIDS. VAIDS is a new one. All right, we want to see what that means. It says an official new study ties mRNA C19 Vs to rapid genetic changes that trigger cancer and VAIDS, vaccine-acquired immune deficiency syndrome. So you're getting it from the right. It says German researchers warn these jabs could rewire human DNA, sparking deadly inflammatory responses in many recipients. I just want to say I'm not a doctor, right? I just bringing out an article, okay? All right. It said published last week, right? So look at it being 2025, almost midway through 2025, and it's still dissecting. No, after the fact they're dissecting the juice, right? And finding all the problems now, after they've shoved it down people's throat 5 years ago. It's published last week in Molecular Systems Biology. The peer-reviewed study by 19 scientists reveals how mRNA vaccines may alter genetic structures over the long term. These changes, they argue, could explain rare but severe post-vaccination inflammatory diseases cropping up among small subset of vaccinated individuals. Yeah, they go say small. 100,000 is small to them compared to the 8 billion. They go say 100,000 is small. Nevertheless, journalist Alex Berenson highlights the study's grim implications, noting that the genetic shifts could be linked to leukemia and brain tumors. He explains that mRNA vaccines might train immune cells to lock into pro-inflammatory state, setting the stage for these devastating conditions. Epidemiologist Nicholas Holscher calls the findings a critical addition to mounting evidence of mRNA's immune-disrupting power. This study underscores the potent dysregulating effects of these injections, he says, urging further scrutiny into their widespread use. The Defender reports Holscher said the study raises serious concern about long-term immune homeostasis and the potential for chronic inflammatory disease, autoimmune sequelae, and even oncogenic processes. I think oncogenic has to do with cancer because our oncologist is a doctor that specializes in cancer. It says immunologist and biochemist Jessica Rose, PhD, said the study confirms what is already known about the risk of mRNA vaccines, she said. Right? The study confirmed what is already known, but while they didn't say that 5 years ago, right? And this is what y'all masses get for, you know what I mean, trusting in Egypt. And I will bring out that precept. Like the first precept come to mind. Right? It says repeat injection leads to a boatload of immunological modifications. This is not new information. We know that these kinds of changes can occur. It is not surprising to me that they find this. If the systemic reach goes far enough, such as the stem cells, then repeated injection could potentially induce epigenetic changes in these cells, especially since hematopoietic hematopoietic stem cells are known to develop innate immune memory in response to certain stimuli like infections or other vaccines. Epigenetics refers to how human behavior and environment can cause changes that affect how genes work. According to Berenson, the changes caused by the mRNA C19 shots are epigenetic, as they occur around DNA's core and activate genes in ways that can promote tumor growth. The risk here is, of course, prolonged and excessive inflammation, which might contribute to tissue damage or chronic inflammatory conditions. In some contexts, which we do see in pharmacovigilance data, wow. Rose said, mRNA led to genetic alterations connected to leukemia, brain tumors. For their study, the researchers examined changes in chromosomes of macrophages, immune cells that circulate in the blood, among people who had received mRNA C19 vaccines. The study found that the vaccines already altered a key component of these chromosomes, the histones. A histone is a DNA binding protein that gives DNA the 3D structure, said Karl Jablonowski, PhD, senior research scientist at Children's Health Defense. Most scientific studies on the modification of histones primarily focus on the manifestation of disease, Jablonowski said. He added, the familiar X and Y images of chromosomes are only possible because DNA wraps around histone proteins. They are among the most evolutionary conserved protein among all multicellular life. Plants, animals, and fungi that attempt reproduction with a small random mutation that changes the histone protein will not survive, probably not past the first cell's division. Branson said that histones play a key role in processing genetic material. When histones are more widely separated, the cells process or transcribe DNA more actively, potentially leading to tumor growth. The researchers identified a change called histone 3 lysine 27 acetylation, H3K27AC, and observed persistent epigenetic memory of SARS-CoV-2 mRNA vaccination in monocyte-derived macrophages. Wow. According to Branson, this alteration is known to be found in several different types of cancer and has attracted increasing scientific attention. The study found that H3K2AC changes occurred across multiple chromosomal regions and were found to persist for many months after vaccination, according to the researchers. This suggests that similar alterations are occurring in monocytes, a type of white blood cell that produces macrophages. The findings mirror the outcomes of other recent peer-reviewed studies that have examined H3K27AC alterations. A Chinese study published in February found that H3K27AC has emerging potential as a therapeutic target in cancer. A Polish study last year found that H3K27AC alterations were associated with cancers such as leukemia and gliomas or brain tumors. Alright, so we're basically going on to talk about cancer and so on and so forth, right? But nevertheless, it's more or less the same thing that we were saying all the time, right? Ever since they started bringing out the truth about the juices, right? Now we're all rush to take it to get back to the norm. Right, y'all trusted your enemy Once again, we all know what your enemy could never do anything good for you. Right, there's Isaiah 30. I'll go to the one. It's a woe to them that okay. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Yeah. So you could bring evil because you say, well, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help by destruction. So the scripture is saying he will bring evil upon them, and that is what you all get for your stupidity. Verse 3, it says, now the Egyptians are not men and not God. It's like the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is holpen shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. Yeah, Egypt will fail, it has to. No if, no but, no maybe, it has to fail. Right? Now, the whole world was what as the scriptures say, is in Jeremiah, I believe, where it say, Babylon had built up. Alright, 51 and 7. It says, well, Babylon had built a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of a wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, right, the nations are mad because you all run with this shit. You all run with this shit. Right, lock down the entire globe more or less. Force people to take this, or they cause them to take this. The same way the prophecy will come true in Revelation. Right, now we got a prophecy. Right, cause and effect. That's why I named this video cause and effect, because you'll bring a problem, you understand, you'll cause it, you understand, and also cause people to take this juice the same way you all go cause people to take the MOTB. Right, Revelation 3 and 13, 13 and 16, it says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah. This is how, the same way they cause the entire world, you know what I mean, to succumb to their desire to take this juice, even though it is not good. It's showing you how it you know what I mean, shafting you all. Right? It's just getting worse and worse. No report coming out that say it was beneficial, because they could have still contract the virus even though you take it. So it was not even fucking working for what they make it for. Yet all of a sudden, in less than, they say vaccine does take 5 years to make them make one in months. Some companies make it in weeks. Right now, the shit it in the fan. Cause and effect. And these are the effects of trusting in Egypt. Right? These just the effects of it. Y'all didn't see shit yet. And it is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. You understand? So these juices affect the body on the molecular level, the cellular level, right? Down to your DNA, your basic construct, you know? The basis of your construct, rather. Right? And you all rule with that. Right? You all false prophets tell you, yeah, take it. They have to feed all their families, or they have to work, or they have to all kind of thing. Alright? I'll bring one last precept here before I close out. Let me see. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, that which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone, And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, Yahushai. With sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Yeah, there's the judgment for you. Because you'll trust in your enemies. You understand? You'll trust in Egypt. You say, he that helpeth and he that is holpen shall fall down. You know what I mean? It's just the judgment. You know what I mean? Cause and effect. Right? So without us edifying, also enlightening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Ukakudash. Until next time, Shalom.